Good afternoon and good evening, wherever you are in the world. For those who are new, my name is Leia, and I'm the owner of this Facebook business page. I have my personal Facebook page, LinkedIn profile, and YouTube. So, wherever you are, I hope that you are excited for the weekend. TGIF, thank God it's Friday. This is Leia. I'm a psychiatric nurse and I turned online business owner and a mentor. And I'm broadcasting here from Anaheim, California. I'm originally from the Philippines in the province of Bohol, and the town is Lobok. So, the task today is to talk about me. So I'm growing up in Lobok. I was born there. I went to school there, elementary. And then in my high school days, I went to the next town, which is Luwai. It's called Holy Trinity Academy. And then in college, I went to the city, Tagbilaran, for my nursing degree. But let's talk about humor and language barriers. So, in the Philippines, we all know, or if you don't know, we have different dialect. So each island where you are has a different dialect. So I'm Visaya. I'm in the Visayan region, with is the central part of the country. So our dialect is called Cebuano, and on the northern part they're Tagalog speaking, but even though they have other uh, uh, dialect there too. So even in the Visaya, there's other dialect too, and then in the southern part there is a mix of um, the Tagalog, the Cebuano, and the Zamboanga. They have a different dialect there too. So um, that's who we are in the country. So that's the reason why we have a national language, the Tagalog, to unite us all. Now, um, on my younger days in elementary, we have a subject called Filipino to learn the Tagalog, and it is very exciting and very confusing. One tourist asked me, like, how can I, like, how come in this whole wide world that to communicate with me, which is English, because that woman is a foreigner, and I speak a dialect, and at the same time I have to speak Tagalog. So how does it goes? How does it go? She was so confused. But in my younger years in the elementary, we have a subject Filipino, spelled Pilipino. And on that subject, we have to learn the language Tagalog. We have to speak Tagalog. So our teacher throughout the school innovate this medal system. What it is all about. So if you are speaking our dialect, you are not speaking Tagalog on that subject, you will receive a medal. Now, throughout the day, if you cannot find someone that speak the dialect, so you hold it. Now, the sad part is that medal is very costly. The consequence is money. And at the time, it's 25 cents. But 25 cents is my recess money. So that means I don't have any recess food. So that's the motivation to speak the language Tagalog, to learn the language, and the same way with the English. So if it's English subject, we have to speak English, and yes, the medal works there too. So you know if you are not careful, or if you're not willing to learn, so that means more money, because that's another 25 cents. But you know, we don't have free food, so our parents would give us money, and 25 cents is like good enough for recess. So you need 50 cents if if you hold two medals, right? So yes, that's how we survive learning that language. Like, we need to like motivate to learn, not to hold a medal, no medal. And now here I am, um, fresh from college. My mother told me, here's the ticket, go to the big city, which is Manila, the capital of the Philippines, of the country. And I came from a small island, and then I went there to the city, and I have to speak the language Tagalog. And each time I remember my first time, for years, because in college there's no medal. There's no medal. But I understand the language perfectly. But to speak the language is another story. And each time I speak the Tagalog, I feel like my hair is like growing like this at the back. No, the irony is, um, we have like the same word but different meaning. Now this is it. Listen. So I live with my uncle, and he had a daughter. The daughter speaks Tagalog. Of course, she was born in Manila. Now, one day, she was shouting and yelling. Uh, Ate is a kind of like show of respect because I'm older. So she was saying, Ate, palit tayo ng chinelas. So palit in Tagalog is exchange. In my dialect in Cebuano, palit is to buy. So I was yelling back at her, why do we have to buy new chinelas, which is slippers? There's a lot of slippers down there. And oh my God, my cousin was like yelling again, Ate, palit tayo ng chinelas. And to the point that she was like so frustrated and irritable. And I was like, it took a while, like exchanges, like, why? Why do we have to buy a new one? And for all you know, palit is we have to exchange slippers because she does not like the slippers available downstairs. So, oh my God. And then another one. The word langgam. So spells Langgam. In my dialect, that's the bird. But in Tagalog, it's ants. So, like, like my coworkers, like, look, merong langgam. I was like, I look up because that's a bird for me, right? So when I was new in Manila, it's so funny. And then now, one day I was mumbling at work, and I have my coworker, a male coworker, beside me. And because I'm just talking about myself to myself, so I said, because it's so hard to like understand the doctor's handwriting, doctor's order. I'm a new nurse, and oh my God! So I was mumbling. I said, "Scratchy, nalibog ako." And then he heard it and looked at me weird. I was like, why are you looking at me like that? Weird. I was like, but he knows that I'm not a Tagalog speaking. But then he asked me, like, did you know what you are like mumbling right now? Like, yeah, I know. I'm confused. I told him. It's like, no, don't say that in front of men. So like, why? Because libog, nalibog means horny. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was like, oh, ah. So that was like a moment of awakening that language barrier is real. It's real. And it's funny. It's so funny that when I'm kind of like recalling my experiences with language, boy. But yes, Um, and now there's another one. The word tinapa. Tinapa spells that way. Yeah, I understand that pretty well. But here's the deal. In in the Visayan region, that word tinapa means sardine, canned sardine. But in the Tagalog area, that means smoked fish. It's still fish, but it is smoked. It's not in a can. So that's why I was like, oh my God. When I went in the store, I forgot. So I used the word tinapa. And so the lady gave me the smoked fish. Oh my God. I was like, this is not what I want. So I just like point the canned goods. I was like, my first experience, funny, but learned something, and that was part of my history navigating in a country that I belong, but we don't share the same language. So I hope that I inspired you all here about language barrier. But nowadays, it's not that hard anymore because technology, there are translations available, there are apps available for translation. So if you're using your cell phone, there is a translation there in Google. So bye for now, and I hope that I planted an inspirational like story. So see you on my next live. Bye bye.